Let's talk about buyer's agent compensation as it relates to the new 2024 rules as a result of an NAR settlement. Historically, the compensation for a buyer's agent was paid by the seller according to the listing agreement. As of mid-August 2024, that practice has changed. New rules dictate the responsibility to pay compensation for buyer's agent. That agent who represents and protects you, the buyer, is ultimately the buyer's responsibility. A good buyer's agent will negotiate to have the seller contribute compensation that the buyer's agent is due. A good buyer's agent will also be working with your lender to come up with creative ways to cover that compensation in the event a seller chooses not to cover it or only wants to pay a portion. The other big change as a result of this settlement is that by law, you must sign a buyer agreement with a realtor before the agent can show you houses. In addition to setting the ground rules for how you will be represented and what to expect from the agent, the agreement will also include the amount of compensation that realtor is seeking for being your dedicated agent. Remember, the new regulation does not say the seller cannot pay the buyer representation fee. It's something that can be negotiated on your behalf. It just has to be negotiated outside of the MLS. I believe most sellers will still choose to pay the buyer's agent compensation. However, some sellers won't want to pay. This is where the power comes back to you. If we find a seller unwilling to pay, you can choose to write an offer on that home, or you can choose not to write an offer on a home if the seller is not willing to pay. I expect houses where the seller is unwilling to pay will sit on the market longer. There is one thing that has never changed. Commissions or compensation are always negotiable between all parties. It always has been that way. There is no traditional, customary, or standard commission amount. So put the Reed team to work for you, protecting your interest above all else.